Okay. Now, I made a little change here. We specify the triangle to be 1, 3, because the only triangle we had was the one for -2, 1, and lifting -2 blocks doesn't make any sense. Okay? So, so we look at the interval, 1, 3. So 3 ought to be about here. 1 ought to be about here. There's the interval. Now we have 2 points, and we can draw the fundamental triangle. That needs to be automatic. It shouldn't take you minutes to do that. It should take you seconds. Not more than a few, but certainly not more than a minute to sketch a set of coordinate axes, a curve, and the fundamental triangle corresponding to the interval 1, 3. Okay? And you want to draw it big enough that you can label the triangle, because when I ask what's the slope of your fundamental triangle, you automatically, when you draw a fundamental triangle, you label it to remind yourself of what is what. And you label this, well, part of the labeling is to draw arrows, as we've seen, so you know what direction you're going, and it's usually left to right, and then either up or down, according to whether the graph is rising or falling. You really start with an arrow from the first point to the second, then you follow the path down. Okay, so that the run equals three, but 3 what? Now we have units. This is blocks, and this is slugs. Okay? So this is 3, I'll just use BL for blocks. So the run is 2 blocks. And the rise equals what? Well, we're going to have to make some estimates. I'm going to say this is 4.5, and I'll put BL for blocks on all these numbers, and I'm going to put SL for slugs. So this is 5 slugs. This is going to be 4.5 slugs. And I can say F of 3 blocks equals 4.5 slugs. Now this is very easy, you just get in the habit. Okay? If I say that Y is your number of slugs, then that means it goes this way, right? And you put slugs here. Maybe abbreviate the unit. Okay? Then if I say X is how many blocks you can lift, then blocks will be there, okay? And these will be blocks and these will be slugs. And then here we've got F of 1 block equals, well, if that's 5, then that looks like about 3. Okay? Now, as most of you did, I didn't make my graph big enough to completely label the slope. Okay? I need to show my calculation for the slope. So I'll make a bigger fundamental triangle here. But, okay, first I calculate the rise, which is in my case 1.5 slugs. Okay? Then over here I can say, well, I know this is the run. This is 2 blocks. This is 1.5 slugs. So the slope equals rise over run. Make sure we got it in the right order because it's easy to get it wrong. And I'm seeing some of those errors. You want to get rid of that by writing everything out as I've asked you to do. Okay? And that equals 1.5 slugs over 2 blocks equals 3/4 slugs over blocks, because I'm dividing slugs by blocks. Okay? So then you can put in here three-quarters slugs over blocks, slugs per block. Okay? That means for every additional block you lift regularly, you can lift another 3/4 of a slug. Okay? Now there are lots of interpretations we can put on this, but now complete your picture. Actually, if you didn't draw a big enough picture to label all this, redraw it and label it kind of quickly. Don't try to be neat, but be complete.